The Hindu side claims that they've discovered a shivling in the wuzu area of the site. Obviously, the statue of Nandi overlooks this particular area, and if you were just to follow her gaze, it's quite clear that it would land on this particular spot. The Muslim petitioners have said that what has been discovered is a fountain, not a shivling. But aside from this battle of versions, it cannot be denied, and there's enough visual evidence. You don't even need an archaeological survey to decide that a temple was indeed destroyed, and on top of which the Gyanvapi mosque has come up. Now, given this, do you believe that the Hindus really have an automatic claim over Kashi Vishwanath?
Rahul, I think this should be answered at a few levels. One is the temple itself. There is no doubt that there was a temple there. You only have to Google the images of Gyanvapi mosque, and those of us who are from Kashi, even in the pre-80s when things were a little more open, we've seen it. We've seen it with our own eyes. Now, of course, with the Dham project, others can see it too. For certain for years it was sealed, but you can Google the images, you can see it. And this was a technique that invaders used not just in India but across the world. You have to realize that most of the ancient world was an idol worshipping world, idol worshipping, nature worshipping, goddess worshipping. Most of these cultures were wiped out violently, largely by two groups, European Christians and Turkish Muslims, who massacred various civilizations out of existence. And what they did in various places, you can read Catherine Nixie's book on the Christian destruction of the classical world. Across the world, what they would do is often what are called pagan temples, idol worshipping temples. They would keep parts of the wall and then build a church or a mosque on top of it as a sign of humiliation, telling the idol worshippers that this is your status. And of course, as you said rightly, Nandi ji continues to look at his Lord. And Nandi ji is the Param Bhakt of Lord Shiva, and all of us will obviously stand behind Lord Shiva, and those of us who would go to pray there would of course look where Nandi ji is looking as well. And Masiri Alamgiri makes it very clear, the records of Aurangzeb, where he very proudly where he spoke of the destruction of Kashi Vishwanath ji and various other temples that Aurangzeb destroyed. So there is no doubt that there was a temple there. The physical evidence is there, the documentary evidence of Aurangzeb's reign is there. On that, there is no doubt. The only question that there was always a doubt on is कि शिवलिंग कहाँ पे है? शिवजी की जो मूर्ति है, जो प्रतिमा है, वो कहाँ पे है? It was always whispered among families in Kashi that the shivling continues to remain at the Gyanvapi Mosque, but none of us were sure. And one will wait for the court direction on this. That's as far as the discussion on the ship, as you said, on the temple and the mosque is concerned.